I don't. Hello, my homies, and welcome back to another episode of Please Do Tell podcast. I'm your homegirl, Ronnika, and I'm excited to be with.
Hey, it's me, it's Jeffrey. What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back,
Welcome
you
back.
all. We're in a new year, 2026.
But is it a new year, new you? Or, look,
I
that
don't
was one
know.
thing I didn't hear this year much is the
No, we were
new
just
year, new
trying to
me.
survive. We were just trying to survive 2025. So glad I made it.
Then the Lord has been good.
Yes. So, hello, my homies. Cheers. Welcome back. All right. So we survived the first week of 2026. Or did we not? I don't know. Jeffrey, how you doing over there?
Man, barely. Excuse me. They say, it started off that way.
Please.
They say
Mm-hmm.
that flu season is going around.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I've had the flu. It's got to be, I'd say a decade or so. Um, but I decided I was gonna prep for our production today. I laid down and woo. Next thing I know, as you can see, I was late
That's okay.
coming through because I think it hit me today.
Mm-hmm.
But they had saying, they're saying that 40 plus states they haven't seen this spike in the flu in like over decades.
We're in Michigan, extra high.
Same out here.
Yeah. I think Illinois might be high, but we're extra high. So when I went into schools, yes, I'm back in schools. Um, the school year has started back up. Um, I had a serious headache yesterday, and I thought, "Ooh, Lord, no, you can't be getting sick. No, 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 no." So I was fluids, teas, everything, and then when I went to that school, master, they looking at me like, I said, no, I don't like being sick, and my birthday coming up, so no.
Right.
Sorry, I'm finna act like one of these kids. No, I know a couple of y'all was sick over the break. That won't be me, boo.
I'm
That
damn sure
won't be
going
me.
back to the mask out and about.
Yes, like
But I guess if I go into the spaces, I don't like because the mask in 2020 did a number on my beard. Like
my face
if
too.
you know, because if you see me, my shit has been up and down, frizzle and great and in between. So the mask, shit, no, like this all the time, it
Yeah.
just killed my beard. So it's finally doing some good work, but I don't need anybody sneezing on me, and
No.
I can be really, 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 really rude if somebody don't have manners and they know that they're sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like it.
Same. Same. So, okay, we're just gonna believe that whatever you have is going to pass quickly. Like we
Well,
not.
I hope it does. I hope it does. Like you had the headache yesterday. You
Yeah, and
was
I'm
ready
fine.
for it.
Yeah, I'm fine today. I said, give me all the fluids. Give me all the fluids.
I didn't try to fight through it. I just went on with it. I ain't even gonna lie to
Mm-hmm.
you. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even try to fight through it at all. Like, no way. I'm gonna lay down.
Yeah.
And go from there. So hopefully I feel better. Uh, but I'm not under the weather.
Okay. And for some of you all, you are back to work. The emails, I don't know how many unread you
Over it.
had. I'm just what both my personal and professional. I'm like, what did you do over the break? It's like I worked, but I guess I didn't work enough. So
Look, I was thinking
yeah.
about taking like February for a good majority of my time because
Mm,
I haven't been accumulating work time for vacation because I haven't taken any. So
yeah.
I'm going to take it in February. But next year's January it is. January it is because people came back. They came back hot this summer.
Hot.
I mean, piping hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
So hot that when I say my work schedule was in shambles, like I was getting emails I was supposed to be at schools. I said, "Oh yeah, let's reschedule that for the end of this month because clearly I flubbed up somewhere." And
Hell, I had a call out and I ended up having to work overnight.
mm-mm,
How about that? Yeah.
no,
So
no,
it's been Yeah. Welcome to 2026, and it's so much other stuff that's going
Mm.
on. So you're catching up, a little bit of news, a little bit of sports. My team lost, for the NFC West Division title. But we got them this weekend. So we play Philly in the first round of the playoff.
It should be interesting.
I
Play.
actually got a chance to go. This is dramatic, and what I mean by that, you're right. Was it 3 years ago in the same game? It was the NFC Championship game. Philly played the 49ers, and Brock Purdy, our quarterback, I think he was a rookie at the time, he tore his like shoulder up. They destroyed us. I'll never forget. I was in San Antonio with a bunch of my friends, and boy, when you sit there and I mean, the game was over like 10 minutes into it, and the games are 3.5, 4 hours. So they clown me. A year later, a year or so later, actually last December, we end up going to the Philly 49er game in Philadelphia. It was the first time that I experienced that rude crowd. Philly fans are the rudest, I'm just gonna say it's a character issue. But Philly fans are the rudest. But I got a chance to actually watch the 49ers destroy Philly in Philly. So that was great. Blah blah blah. So here we go again. We're back.
Here we go again.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this should be real interesting. So you all know that I'm trying to learn football, and with this NFC and is what's the other? Is it AFC? Oh, look at me!
National Football Conference and American Football Conference
Thank you.
make
Thank
up
you.
those conferences make up the NFL.
Make up the NFL. Because I was getting confused about okay, so when does the Lions play the 49ers in playoffs? And Jeffrey was like, no, it doesn't work like that. I was like, it doesn't? Why
You
does it
gotta
not
earn
work
your
like
way there. You gotta earn your
that?
way there. I think a couple years ago, before we went to the Super Bowl, we played the Lions in the NFC Championship game. That was the first time the Lions had been that far since like 92, 93.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lions was dominating in that first half. But thank God there's two halves. And they end up losing. If you know me, am not a Lions fan. I call them the cowardly Wyans. And I know I'm from Michigan, but oh effing well. Welcome. I'm a 49er fan since 88, baby. 88.
Win, lose, or draw, he's riding with them. Just know it. It's gonna
Just
ride.
don't mess with me if we lose that day. It takes me, it's still, when I was a kid, I used to cry. But now, I just don't talk to you. After the game, after the loss, ain't nothing for us to talk about.
I was like, he's pretty quiet over there. They must have lost. And then when I went to work Monday, I was like, I won't even bring it up because I remember Did they play Saturday or did they play Sunday?
Saturday night.
Okay,
Saturday night.
because Tanisha put a group chat Sunday Funday, and you put bah humbug, and I was like, did they lose?
Yeah, bah humbug means I didn't give a damn about a game on Sunday. I didn't give a damn about the
Uh,
game.
well, there's that answer.
Yep.
So, you all, if you're here, you love stories, and we love telling them. And sometimes we get to hear from you some of your stories that are compared to the ones that we've told on the podcast. But before I move on, Jeffrey and I do a live after or late night show on Facebook. It's called If You Know, You Know. And so if you're not following Jeffrey on Facebook, you might want to stop what you're doing right now and go over there and follow because Thursday nights are a good hoot and holler. So yeah, I just wanted to put that little plug in there. But you ready for some story time?
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for the plug too. I could have chimed in a little, but thank you. I forgot.
You're welcome. All right, so we're gonna share a moment from the first week in January that revealed some things. Excuse me. Did I have too much pop? Yes, I'm from Michigan. I still say pop. Is the first week learned a lot. So, would you like for me to go first or? All right. It's on me. It's on me. It's on me. It's on me. So the first week of January, let's see. A habit that I'm trying to break or a boundary I've already had to enforce. Oof, these are some good ones. A feeling you didn't expect. I don't think I even brought this up on the podcast. So I had my dad had two sisters to die in 2025. So the second
I'm sorry to
sister,
hear that.
thank you. The second sister died on Christmas Eve, and her funeral was January 3rd. My family, I love my family, and some of my family I haven't seen in over a decade that were at that funeral. Um, I had to realize that, and oof, this is like a, you have to be very mindful of how you treat people in life because it will show up in your death, and that was very obvious at her funeral. And I was and I sat back and I just got to thinking and I said, my dad's siblings are practicing their boundaries. It was a rough year with losing the other aunt at the towards I think it was the second. It was in April, so second quarter, and I'm trying to be mindful of how I say this. Um, I don't know what the elders have in their coffee that they're just like, you know what, I'm not dealing with that, so I'm not going because it's been so much drama and all of that. And I had to really look at that as a boundary. Like, no, I'm going to practice that boundary too. If it's not going to bring me any happiness, I'm not going to show up. If it's not going to do me any good, I'm just not going to show up. I'm going to stop overexerting myself. So, a habit that I am breaking this year is expecting me from other people. Because I've done that for a long time, unfortunately. Like, oh, I'm going to show up. I'm giving my word, so I expect other people to give their word. If I'm just not going to follow through either. How about that?
Mhm.
The habit I'm breaking is I'm showing up for you the way you show up for me. Before I'm like, no, I want to support. I want to support everybody. I'm tired. I'm burnt
You
out.
support everybody.
Child, please. I'm over it. I am not going to overexert myself this year. That is a habit that I was just going, either to just keep myself busy from just a lot of things that's going on in my personal life or because of where I'm living that I feel like I have to stay busy. That no, I don't have to. I can simply say I have plans, and my plans could be on my couch in my pajamas, binge watching a show.
And
I
you carve out your own time.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. So I had that realization in the first week of January. Like, no, you said you were gonna, and it was already tested. And I said, oh no, I this is what I don't want. This is what I don't want. So I'm trying to
You all
lean into
right?
that a little bit
Breathe,
more.
breathe,
I'm
breathe.
trying. I'm trying.
That's a new scope.
That was a lot. I feel like that was a lot in what I just said. I don't even know if I landed the plane, but because I was trying to be PG, because I don't know if my family listens to the ones that I'm talking about. I don't know if they listen. You know what? I don't even care if they listen
Well,
because
I mean, the only way that
it's a
you get
mess.
better is if there's acknowledgement.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you
That's
know.
true. That is true. That's true. Well, I'm done. I'm done. I'm through. I'm through. I'm through.
All right. Actually, it's crazy. I have a couple. And typically I've been kind of on this like political rant a little bit because it's just like some crazy stuff that's going on. So
Mm-hmm.
like the thing that happened, the surprise of the week for me is to see a president of another country and his wife be removed from office, quasi kidnapped, shipped to New York, and put on trial. I just have never seen that. Last time the United States did that was with Noriega in 88, 89. This is I
Yeah.
remember Noriega in 88, 89 under the H.W. Bush, who was the president at the time. Well, president, he was the vice president at the time because I think Ronald Reagan still president. But to go in there and take people, Ronnika put it. I want to put it in the context. Just imagine in the middle of, well, actually, Saddam was dead by the time Obama became in office. So let's just put it this way. Let's say if in 2003, in the beginning of the Iraq war, Saddam sent troops over here to the United States and captured George W. Bush and Laura Bush and then brought them back to Iraq to put them on trial. Whether you like it or not, you understand what I'm saying? They're still a sovereign nation. You don't want to create this you don't want to create this precedence because right now you're right. I don't mean that you're going to be wrong later and somebody may use this as the blueprint for of change.
Mhm.
You know, I just think it's extreme. And then what we did is we were bombing boats in the middle of the Caribbean saying that they're bringing fentanyl into the country when it's well documented that fentanyl comes in this country through Canada and through Mexico, and the majority of the drugs that come through Venezuela is cocaine. So, I mean, we just come up with this osmosis of a reasoning. The last part the two quick random facts that I learned from Venezuela has over 15% of all natural oil resources in the world. So, that may be a reason. I mean, because if we go back to 2003, as I mentioned, that's kind of like why we invaded Iraq. Then the second thing is all of the continents, excuse me, all of the countries of Africa combined don't have as many gold resources as in the mountains of Venezuela. So sounds like gold and oil to me. I mean, so that's my surprise of the week. As in, I thought that we were moving towards I mean, in the last 5 years, you're talking about inclusivity, togetherness, but now we've moved so far towards separate. People don't even want to bring up stuff, so they don't even want to bring up what's going on because there's so much pushback back and forth that
Mhm.
people are just silenced. And James Baldwin said it best: silence is the biggest betrayal because if you know better, you do better. That is it. So, that's my surprise for the week. I mean, I can fall into like the emails and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna give work that energy yet. Um, Hit me in February. I'm not giving work that energy yet because I am built. I'm from Michigan. I'm built for tough. You heard? So from that standpoint, I'm okay. Work is test my patience, but I'm still in there. I'm still in this battle. I'm still on the battlefield for my Lord,
Oh my
as the
god.
elders used to say.
Amen. Amen.
But no,
Amen.
that's my surprise for the week. It's a lot, and I try to stay away a little bit from politics, you know. But too many people are saying, "Hey, I've heard the show, and we got to inform." I like it is what it is.
Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm not on any side,
Yeah.
and I'll tell anybody because when Donald Trump started, I was the one you give people an opportunity because that's how we were taught. You give people an opportunity until they hang themselves. But when you talk about shithole countries in 2017, when you start things on January 6th with these rioters, and then you pardon them, and then they're pedophiles and they're raping children, and I just can't do it. So I got to say something. It's enough that I stopped watching the news like the last 3 weeks. And if you know me, I don't
I
stop
was
watching
like,
the news.
wait, I'm sorry, what? You sound
I
like
was,
that.
I was
Sorry,
raised. My
what?
grandma. We watched the news at noon. We watched the news at 5. We watched the news at 11. So the news is a part of my daily. But when people are blatantly lying, like
Mhm.
J. Vance, you'll hear it later, and our listeners will hear it. But as I took a nap earlier today, JD Vance was going on this thing about the way that they killed that lady in Minneapolis and saying it's the worst news coverage ever. It was the most uh, egregious form of leadership I've ever seen, where
Mm.
you blame people for reporting the truth.
All
All
right.
right.
All right. All right. All right. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, I'm gonna
Uh,
start it off at
yeah,
26.
yeah, Jeffrey came in hot. I was trying to come in a little cool and try not to slam family, but here we are. It's all right.
Oh,
It's around the 10:15 ish hour where they will be. I probably will go in on them. So just
come on now.
prepare
Come on now.
yourselves. I'm
We'll
just
keep
trying
it.
to be
We'll
PG.
keep it jelly.
Just trying. I'm just trying. All right. So this is one of our favorite segments. You know it. At the playground.
You know.
Playground.
Look, I ain't even give. I just gave the Milli Vanilli
You
version.
did. You did. It was great. It was great. It was great. If you're watching it, you saw it. You saw it. You saw it. All right. Woo. Here we
Hold on,
go.
a
Huh?
little sidebar.
Yeah.
They were thinking about starting a petition to reinstate the Grammys for Milli and Vanilli because of AI
AI. Yeah.
artists. They said, "Well, that's fake." Y'all was talking about they were fake. They should get their anyway. That was just at random. I was, news you could use.
Boy, you know it's true.
Yeah.
No, I don't know
Ooh,
it's true.
ooh,
Uh,
ooh, I love you. Right.
okay. All right. We're going to compare the first week of the year to the first week back at school after winter break. I don't know if you're ready for that one. And
Right.
other childhood memories is new notebooks, same classmates. Oh, I used to love that. Oh my gosh, don't let it be a 5 subject notebook.
A 5 subject number.
Such a nerd. Loved it. Like, ooh, what color am I gonna get this year? Does it have pockets? Does it have folders? I was just such a nerd. So it's colored pencils, crayons. I had to get the whole look. Didn't matter what age. I feel like even in my big grown age, I was still doing it in college. Like, oh my gosh, all the school supplies. Okay, so that's how I look at with January with the new semester. Like I'm breaking out my new calendar. Um, I know we talked a little bit about sickness earlier, so I want to say comparing the first week of the year now as an adult to I'm gonna go back to that. If you heard the story about me getting sick with the chicken pox over Christmas break. So I want to compare that to coming back a little disoriented to work the first week. I was just like, I clearly didn't take 2 weeks off like from school. I was still in the office working, but somehow this first week, January, calendar screwed up. Um, I'm over here like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be where now? It's I'm not in a groove of things. So I think my mind just kind of took a break over the weekend. It kind of just escaped me. And then when the first full week of work was back in session, I was like, what? What? I'm working?
Yeah,
What do I have to do?
look,
Is this volunteer? Is this paid? That's kind of where
yeah,
my mind
volunteer.
was. It was pretty bad. Yeah. So I'm kind of comparing that to when I came back from having the chicken pox because I was refreshed after I came back from having the chicken pox. Yes, did I have a few scars here and there, but not one of them that just never went away. Yes, but I feel like at this big age, I need another way to just work me right back into the new year. I didn't have it this year, so please give me grace.
Look, I actually had a very similar story. Because we were in elementary together, and this actually is around the time that I usually do get sick in a year. It's still in the beginning of the year, and so of course, again, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't feel good. But I remember a chickenpox story of coming back. But I remember coming back in the middle of January, and things was just as fast. Like because everybody else has had 4 or 5 days to get things moving. Now you're behind. Um, I don't know. But I think that this year, once people threw in AI, um, people just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know. And then everybody's making changes because nobody wants to be left behind. I was reading this report, the consumer confidence, not the consumers' confidence, but the American confidence of trying to find a job in December is like at one of its all-time lows.
Mm-hmm.
the ability that people have, well, excuse me, the anxiety is at an all-time high of people who has jobs because they feel like they have to keep that job.
Yeah.
I haven't felt anything like that since I want to say the housing crisis in 2007, 2008, when they were like, "Well, you better make sure you keep a job," But I mean, if you got 5, 6, 10 million people that are being laid off or fired, just to say that you did something, just like when they were doing like that whole Doge thing, it still cost the American taxpayer over $250 million. I thought you were supposed to save us some money, and it still costs. Like, please, what are we talking about? What you done is said the people in the swamp are the people that's making the decisions because they're taking all the money. They say, "Oh, we got rid of it," and then it goes in their pocket. Like what? Like things are getting tight, tight. Okay. I just went to the store before we got on here because I want to make some chicken noodle soup. It was $70 for homemade chicken soup. Like, come on, just the ingredient: chicken broth. First of all, orange juice, a big one, is $10. That's period, right there. So that was already 1/7 of the cost.
Mental math.
They ain't got
Good
me.
grief.
In 26, you gonna get
Yeah, it's like pew 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 pew
a brother.
pew 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 pew
I am bitter brother.
pew.
So
Okay,
that's
okay,
my story time.
all right. Well, you heard me talk about the notebooks. Who big plans that faded by week 2? Um, oh man, my birthday. Listen, you get out there and you get to looking at the price of things and you get to thinking about I still got to survive the rest of this year.
Hmm.
So, did you plan accordingly for this birthday that you knew was coming up? Nope. Can you do something else? Yes. But did things go as planned? No, they're not going as planned. But you know what? Anything is possible. But whereas with childhood, I was just looking at a picture the other day that my mama was on it. Bowling parties. I don't know if I ever had a skating party. I think bowling parties was my thing. When we had a bowling alley here in town in Ben Harbor. There's a whole picture of me at the bowling alley for my birthday. So, when I think about January for my childhood, that's what I think of. It's birthday party. Excuse me.
I never had one.
Okay. Like we needed to talk about this again.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's a lie. I had one. It was when I got a sweatshirt and it had my middle name on there, and it's pictures somewhere of it, but I had to be 3.
Really?
I had to be 3 years old. I think I had a birthday party at 1 because those pictures are grainy. I was living in I was living in River Terrace, and my mama didn't live in River Terrace. She lived there for like a few months before she moved. So I knew I was real young there. And then I had a second one with that shirt. But after that, I've never, ever had a birthday party. Ever. You have a gathering, like, oh, come over to the house, blah, blah, blah. But because I don't like the pressures of the birthday. I don't like it. I don't
As
like
a
the planet.
as a kid or as an adult?
Uh, Lifetime.
Well,
Lifetime.
all right. Okay. All right. I love a good birthday party. You know what?
I don't like to be disappointed.
Ooh, yes. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
like one of my big things is if you tell me you're gonna do something and you don't do it, I will tend to walk away from you for a while. Because you didn't even have to tell me that you're doing that. And it could be something trivial, but you said it. Crazy. Yeah.
That's
Well, act like you
good.
didn't learn something new.
Okay, I mean, pretty much what I
Yeah,
do
I'm big.
too.
Don't tell me this. You gonna do something. Oh,
Yeah.
we'll go here, and then yeah, I wasn't able to. Oh, so it was just like you just changed on the dime like that,
Yep.
and it was for me. Oh, oh yeah, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
As the words of Bernie Mac, my soul is.
Oh, it's a couple family members. I'm like, you can never promise me anything because I can
No.
remember as a little girl that we going to get ice cream. Oh, you ain't show up. I didn't forget that, or my sister didn't forget it and she didn't tell me. That's what happened. Like, that's why we don't like her. That's why I won't f with her. Oh, yes, I do remember this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. So yeah, same. Don't say you're gonna do
Yeah.
it. At least tell me you ain't gonna do it.
Correct. I mean, I think. I was in a single parent household, and my dad used to always say, "Oh, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come."
Mm.
Boy, boy,
Mm-hmm.
boy. Yeah, that is it's a whole thing. It
Mm-hmm.
made me evaluate if I wanted to have kids and everything. I've questioned this because of those things, like prior in life,
Yeah.
like for real, for real.
Yeah. I think for me, it was more of questioning who you are with long term and who you have children with. That was
Mm,
for me. Like, I was like, I don't want to function like that. Not at
right,
all. Like,
right.
nope. No,
Just to say
I'm
I
good.
got something out of the
Nah.
divorce?
I'm
Nah,
I'm
nah.
good, Lucas. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good.
And see, I know this kid hates me. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't decide it. To be like, they questioning my character. Why you even do that to my mama? Something like that. So yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It's like be blessed, love. That's all we got. Be blessed. All right. I really feel like we talked about how those routines return faster than motivation because we already said like if you give me your good word, that's what my dad would always say. At the end of the day, all you got is your word. That's
Your
all you
word,
got.
your word, and your bond is all you have.
Word is bond. You know what I'm saying? Word is bond. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
how I
we.
grew up. Right.
I
NYC.
live out here, so they literally talk like that.
Love it.
You be like, well, I remember the first time living out here, and I heard somebody say, "Yo, word to my mom's." I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was
"What?"
like, y'all still say that? Uh.
I haven't heard that since the mid-90s.
I'm
But
like,
y'all
that's a
really
Biggie
still say
thing.
it?
Yeah, I'm like, Biggie, and I like, wait a minute. Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
love that. Being
Where
out
does
there.
moms be?
Son, son. Did you just son me?
Well,
What? What? I don't know.
now they ain't gonna son you; they gonna bro you.
Yeah, they gonna blow you to.
I don't like bro.
Okay,
I
I
don't like
know.
when
I know. We
females
talked
call each
about.
other bro. Yeah, I was finna go on a little tangent. We're 26. I told you I'm ready.
Can we really say, bruh? No, I
No,
say it all
no,
the time,
no.
and I say it to everybody.
I mean, Martin taught us, bruh.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah, not bro, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
bruh,
bruh,
bro. I get
bruh.
like you turn around and it's a whole female talking to her dude calling him bro. Like you looking like he calling her bro. She calling him bro. I just be confused, you know.
I almost said a joke, but it would have been highly inappropriate. So I'm just gonna move along. Maybe I'll say it in an after show. Oh my word, that would have been really bad. Let's move into culture check because that's where I'm gonna go with it. Culture check. Jeffrey, when was the last time you did a vision board?
I don't like them. I've never been an artsy fartsy guy. When you mention about them whole colored pencils, if y'all get a chance, go back and look at my nonverbal communication when she mentioned color pencils. And it actually goes back to I used to work with this lady back when I worked for a community college, and she was a former teacher, and she loved to color coordinate stuff, but we weren't teaching. And I don't like for nobody to color coordinate nothing on a paper for me because I'm not that silly. I can definitely read the directions and follow through. But she loved to color coordinate. Loved it. Oh, I use this pencil with this, and it just goes all together. And I'm thinking, like, you waste of time. That's what I would think during that period of time. You know what I'm saying? But me and her, actually, we did have a conversation about it, and I just told her, like, I'm not into that. I mean, I'll give you an example. Look at my notes. they're all over the page. You understand what I'm saying? So my notes are kind of like all over the page, but I know that feng shui, and I don't need no red pen and black pen and blue pen to figure that out. That's a waste of time. You know how fast you can write all of that down versus picking up this one to make sure that it's sharpened and weirdo.
Wait, wait. And this ain't
That's
even
a
all of them. This ain't even all of them. So I went to our local grocery store, which is, well, it's more than just grocery. So supermarket. Um, and they had these pens and they come in all colors. So I would take my well, see, I got a whole bunch going on in here. I would take my journal and decide like two colors for the day. And so I would start
mm,
in the morning, the three things that I want to happen for me today. And then in the evening, I would write three things that happened to me that day in a different color. But yeah, these are just some of the ones that I still have because some of them have dried out. So, but yeah, I had a whole, and it's funny because my first lady at church, she had the same ones because we were in a writers retreat together, or not. It was a retreat. It was more of a session we were doing early morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and she had the same pins.
sound like to me that was for church, not for regular life. Because you know, in church you got to mark the
It
Bible.
wasn't church. It was a early morning writing session. We were bloggers, at the time.
Man,
I was a total blogger back in like 2015, 2016.
I
It
think I
wasn't.
remember reading some of your pieces.
Whatever.
I think.
Continue.
I think. What you mean continue? It's on you. You don't want to talk about vision boards. I've been anti vision board, so I don't have anything to say.
Anyways, but it's funny because this year I was asked to do a vision. I haven't done a vision board in a very long time. I think the last time we did one like all in was okay. I'm like, heartbeats. This is when you really lean in because you got to help me with the date. I believe it was New Year's going into 20. Yeah, it had to be New Year's going into 2016, and I don't know if I was really focused on love then, but one of the heartbeats was, and she got with her guy that year, and by the following year, she had a baby. It was, I mean, they're still
Damn.
together, but I mean, that was the last wish because I was like, oh my God, I don't think I've seen a vision board come to life like that. It was crazy. She was very
But
intentional what she put on that board.
I
See,
know.
not so much.
I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit intimidating for people to be that intentional and to make it like really happen. But I remember like vision boards when I was a kid. It was one of those exercises in class where it was a tons of magazines and people had
Mm-hmm.
scissors and was cutting.
Yeah.
And I'm an only kid, so it was chaos in that classroom. So I just wanted to play. I ain't got time to be putting no simple stuff on there. So I'm just looking for a basketball or a leader and a nice house and a nice car, and that's my vision board. So I can get to playing. So I never was a vision board guy. But
Jeffrey's vision board consisted of trying to get someone's name on the board other than his own.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's called strategic planning. Strategic planning, definitely. Yeah, I didn't like the meticulous task that they used to give us, and I still don't like really meticulous. Like I have to drill down. It can be something as simple as expense report, because the expense reports are meticulous. You have to make sure that these numbers are there and make this and that. It's like okay, let me block out 6 hours to get this done. You know, don't get quiet.
Okay, so what about social media resets? Do you do those?
Um, no, not really. Some people would be like they'll delete all of their pictures and then start over. I've never done that because one, I don't want to lose my pictures. Ever since we've been taking pictures with our phone, it's the worst thing ever when your phone breaks and you don't get those pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, they end up giving us Google over the years, Google Photos, Amazon, all these
Giving us
platforms
clouds.
have
Yeah.
that way that you can actually, save the moment.
Mm-hmm.
However, Yeah, I'm not a I like to I like still seeing great example. It just hit me. I like seeing my former people that I went to college with, and they can tell a story.
Oh
Like
yeah. Yeah.
one guy, Rob. Maybe one day we'll actually invite Rob. But Rob tells a story of sobriety that I think is powerful. Because I knew Rob in college because I was his RA, and I seen him party. Like he was on my, we was a flag football together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we drank together, and to see how his transition amazing. Or another guy that was actually on my floor that played baseball. I just read his story last night, and he almost had the paralysis in his legs over the holidays, and they didn't know what was going on. So I like, I don't want to reset my social media because I like to see those stories.
Mhm. I
You know,
agree.
um, how some people will be like, "Oh, I don't want these people around," so they just delete, delete, delete. Well, I don't casually bring people in, so I'm not gonna casually just cut you off.
You let them cut you off.
Or, over time, we just go in different directions. I mean, because I'm okay with you cutting me off because maybe I just don't fit in your scope right now.
Mhm.
And that's just the adult thing. And I don't want you to be forced, and I don't want to be forced, and we shouldn't force. And you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. I mean, we can go back and say it ain't nothing, but it is what it is. Like sometimes you gotta have space. You gotta protect your peace. And that was one of the things that you were talking about just earlier. And you was like, well, I don't know, maybe they're gonna listen. No, I'm an adult. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then get out of my way. And I don't care if you are kin to me. Like realistically, respect me as a human being. And if you can't do that, then shoe fly don't bother me. Or in the words of or the words of the church, step aside. Don't you block my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, not at all. So, yeah.
As I look to my right and I see Cooper staring me down, it's like, you dirty trick. Anyways, he knows what Thursdays are all about. We're here. We're recording.
Yeah.
You're all right over
Yeah, once
there.
it's crazy that you mentioned it. Once we finish, it's that bathroom break time. And then
Mhm.
mine is sitting right underneath my knees right now. Like, all right.
Wrap it up here. Wrap it
Right,
up.
right. Look, I
Uh,
look down like this, looking right in my eye. Looking deep down
that's
inside.
what I looked. I was like, "Why are you still? Why don't you just go to sleep?"
But get down, get down, get down. I'll be right with you. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Okay, so we want to. I think since you was like no to the vision boards. I mean, I don't think I'm doing one this year. I have to think about it.
You thinking about it?
No, I was
Oh, okay.
invited to a party, but no. I will donate all the magazines. You know what? That's a whole nother thing. I don't do magazine subscriptions like I used to. I mean, as an archivist, I love me a good magazine. Let it be Essence. We know that they're
Ebony.
reviving Ebony. Oh, yeah, like the Jets, all of that. Like I was on it. Now I'm just like, no.
I
Oh.
used to with Essence, the former editor in chief. I used to work for her. Um, um, Mrs. Susan Taylor. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that was one of my gigs out here. Was actually working with her. It was crazy. First time I met her. Some people can. I love black people. I'm just gonna start it off that way. If you know me, you know me. I have a gap in my teeth. And so the thing is here, she came up to me and she has a gap. And she walked right up to me and said, my fellow gap brother. Now, if you'd have been a random, I'd have been like, what?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
she has the culture. She was just telling me from a ancestral perspective, as in this is our culture, as in this is a part of your people. And she had a gap. I found out my birthday was January 25th, her birthday January 27th. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. But yep. Shout out to Miss Susan Taylor. She's a really nice lady.
I'm like, dude. You said I was over there like, so can we do lunch with her when I come to New York? Okay, see, I was just
She's really nice. She's really nice.
I love that. That is such a cool memory. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Or I would say engagement memory, all of that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those who
Uh,
work with them, I got a chance to what is it? Courtney B. Vance,
mm,
which is
Angela Bassett's
husband. And it was
husband.
crazy because, of course, I don't know celebrities, so we was in a meeting and they was like, "Well, Courtney B. Vance is going to be like one of our speakers," and I promise you, I wrote down how I thought it was Courtney V. Vance. I didn't even know how to spell it, and so then I remember I was about to Google it and I mentioned it to you, and you were like, "You mean Angela Bassett's husband?" I was like, "Oh my god!" I had no clue in the meeting, none at all. But he was pretty cool, and then Sherry Shepherd, she was nice too. But I had ran into her in at like a brunch or something one day in Harlem
Like after you were working with.
before.
Oh, before. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I ran into her like maybe in 2021, 2022, and then I worked with her like February of 24.
And just to be clear, that Courtney B. Vance is an amazing actor on his own. Like, we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
just
yeah.
saying, if you didn't know his name alone, that is, he is the better half.
Yeah, I was giving
So,
look,
yeah.
that's why I said I didn't know who the hell
Yeah.
Courtney B. Vance was, but I tell you, his best body of work that I saw was when he played Johnny Cochran in the series on Fox. I think it was FX, where it was like the OJ trial. Excellent. Excellent. I mean, you really thought he was Johnny Cochran.
I
You
mean,
really thought it.
I think of Preacher's Wife. So,
I do remember Preacher's Wife.
yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Denzel in there?
Denzel was, yeah, I don't want to even give,
He's
yes,
the
he
one
was
that
a,
she cheated with, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. If you know, you know. Come on now. We mentioned it. The Preacher's Wife over. I would probably just throw it out there. Over half our listeners have watched The Preacher's Wife.
okay.
If you've listened, excuse me, if you've seen The Preacher's Wife, just go in the text box, the comments, and just go and throw it out there because she don't believe me. Yeah, I'm just letting y'all know when she said, okay, she doesn't believe me. So y'all pay attention. Anytime she real short, she don't believe me. She don't believe him. She
Why
don't
do you
believe
know me?
one word.
Why do you know me? Hello, hello, hello. Why do you know me? Hello.
Been around a few moons.
Oh my gosh! You just gotta hit him with the okay. That's
Yeah.
how honestly that's how Shannon Sharp, and I don't know if you all have seen it. Probably by the time you watch this episode, you would have seen the clip because Raleigh, North Carolina is having a time with this. Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco saying that Chad Ochocinco saying, "I've been to North Carolina before. Yeah, I've been to Raleigh." And
Raleigh.
Shannon was like, what? He said, yeah, I done been to Raleigh before. He was like, you talking about Raleigh? He said, no, man, it's Raleigh. Cause why would you? I said, oh my,
I didn't see that, but that's hilarious.
oh my. I will during the break, during our time of transitioning from one show to the other, I will send it to you. Cause oh my word.
You'd be surprised at people that don't know geography. Because I kind of I like maps. When I
Mm-hmm.
was in college, I always kept a map on my wall. I've always have. I got an atlas. Like low key, always have liked it. I was hanging out with some friends this past weekend, and I mentioned about Michigan, and they were like, "Where's Michigan at? Is it in the South?" And I was like, "What is going on?" But that's like a reoccurring thing. A lot of people do not know geography. Okay, they do not know geography. It's stunning. It's stunning. So when I showed them, they were like, "Oh, it's by Chicago." I said, "Wow!" Like Chicago sits on Michigan. You wouldn't think that Michigan's anywhere near there. Like, but you'd be surprised because we'll start talking whether it's mental math or whether it's location. And we just, oh, you got to go southwest. Go this.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I have to pull out my phone, go to Google Maps all the time just to kind of explain things because a lot of people, the majority of people, have no idea about geography. I know.
In this country
Yeah,
that are from this
yeah, these
country.
are locals. And if you start talking to the people on the East Coast, man, over here, especially New Yorkers, New Yorkers only think that New York exists, and then the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? So
I
from that
cannot.
standpoint, it's like they know where New York is at. I stay uptown in Harlem or the Bronx, but I sure in the hell ain't going to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole thing. You have once you live over here, you'll understand it. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's crazy.
Do 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 for
The
real.
more you
Like,
know.
boy, man,
Mhm.
wow. Um, hmm. Are we even in foolishness files? Because I feel like that was a little bit of foolishness files.
We
Um,
about to we leaning into it.
I mean, oh my. And then I know I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I feel like it keeps coming up in our agenda and our script today because I feel like I'm a little triggered because people asking for too much too soon. It's only January 8th, y'all. Only. We're recording on January 8th. And just give us until February 1st to get it together. That's I mean, we have employers that don't they give you until January 31st to have your W-2s out? I should have February 1st to get my life together for the year. January 1st through the 31st is a trial period. Just give me grace.
And then the crazy part about it, they changed the postmark and everything. So
I
now,
know.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Too much, too soon.
Too soon. Too much.
Too much, too
Too
soon.
soon, people. That's all I had to say about in the foolishness file because I'm just like, what more do you want from me? It's
Yeah.
only the first week. Like, just give me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, before we transition from, in the words of James Earl Jones, let them wait. That's it.
That
That's
is
all I'm gonna say.
great.
Just let them wait. They'll
That
be
was
just
perfect.
fine.
That was
Let
perfect.
them
The
wait.
placement was perfect. Yes, you let them wait.
Let them wait. They'll be
Mm,
just fine.
mm. I'm talking to my son.
Right.
Yes. Oh, James. I was almost born on James Earl Jones' birthday. Well, which was also my granny's, but yeah, January 17th.
I didn't know that. That's the
It's
same day
a
as
lot.
Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here I am on Kevin Costner's birthday. All right, so let's move it on. It's like, who
That's so
cares?
random.
You know,
At
who
least I got
cares?
Alicia Keys.
Okay. Jennifer has Barack Obama. I'm just like,
Yeah.
really?
And you got Cosmo.
And I got Costner.
Well, at least you Braveheart. I think that was his movie.
Is it Costner or? Oh gosh, now I'm over here like I think it's Costner.
I
It's
was gonna say,
not.
don't say Bruce
It's not
Willis. Don't
Clooney.
mix these white
Or is it
men together.
Clooney? It's
It
either
ain't Clooney.
Kevin or Clooney.
Let's see.
Okay, yeah.
Cos-
I'm like
yeah, let me see.
quickly look up my birthday, which is coming up. My birthday and then Jeffries is right
Yeah.
after.
Kevin Costner is in Braveheart.
So no, it's his birthday the 18th.
I'm coming right to you.
Okay.
No, that's Mel Gibson that directed it. That's Mel Gibson. Yeah, Kevin Costner out here. That's Mel Gibson.
Goodness.
Uh, let's just kill it.
Yeah. I just need to know the birthday
Let's
though.
call the whole
I
thing
need to know the
off.
birthday.
Yeah, I got you. Kevin Costner, January 18th,
Okay, so
1952.
it is Kevin. Why was I thinking George Clooney for a second?
He turned 71 this year.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, Clooney is May 6th.
Oh yeah, I was all wrong. Okay. Do we?
Hmm.
Would you like to contribute any more to the foolishness files? 'Cause I think right there was foolish. Which
Yeah, that was fine. That's fine. We're in. No, we've had bounced all around anyway.
okay? You all, are you ready for?
Shoom, 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 shoom.
All right. First week check. So just think the first week already. One thing that already annoyed you.
The flu. and electricity costs
Mm,
because everybody's bill went up.
yes.
So I'll say for the gander, and as the
Mm-hmm.
goose, I'm gonna say uh sickness going up.
Ditto. First week check. Lady in red. That's all I got to say.
Lady in red.
Hmm. Okay, the next question. One small,
The lady in red.
one small win from the week.
The one small win for the week, I would say. Oh, I got a chance to hey, remember I said, bah humbug on Sunday, and I
Hmm.
wasn't worried about football. Uh, our young men, we were able to take them to the Brooklyn Nets game. So,
Nice.
so my
Nice.
Sunday wasn't consumed by football all day.
Okay.
I actually went over to basketball. So,
Mm.
and to see them, to see them, because it's crazy because kids initially are like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And then
Hmm.
once they get a part of, you're like, oh, thank you so much, for having me go, blah, blah, blah. But then also staff, they're kind of older and they were like, this is our first time going to a game too. So it was about making the connection with staff and our youth, but
Hmm.
also new experience.
Cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So for me, it was completing the newsletter for the nonprofit Story Salon, which is Roots and Routes, and from sending out that I'm not survey, sending out that newsletter and putting it on LinkedIn. I was contacted about doing a speaking engagement at my alma
Hello.
mater. So I was like, that's not even a small win, that's a big win.
Mhm.
So I'm excited about talking more in the communities, not just my own, but about Story Salon. So that was a win for this week. Because the newsletter drops on the 5th. We're already recorded on the 8th, so I already got little bites from that. So it's great. It was my
Got you.
win. All right.
Hey, come on now. Well, you made me, when you said that, made me go into my email.
Uh-huh. It's there. It's there. January issue 2026. Roots and Routes. So, coffee, tea, or just surviving?
uh, I'm gonna do the tea now. I'm fighting this cold. I should have got up and blew my nose a couple times. So yeah, you're getting y'all are seeing in real time how a cold can take over you. So
Huh?
as you see, my eyes probably went a little down,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can feel it.
He is pushing through it like Jordan. But that wasn't the flu, you all. You know that was food poisoning. If you haven't heard it anywhere, you heard it here first.
Food poisoning is crazy.
Crazy.
Just imagine if he would have had like bubble guts on that game. That would have been
Listen,
probably the craziest game ever.
like we legit thought he had the flu.
He had a bad pizza that night. It
Food
was the night before.
poisoning, yes. I'm like, what?
That's what you get for gambling all night. Cause that's the story. He was gambling all night, and he was like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I need a pizza."
I need a
And before
pizza.
they came, it was like 3 people came because they knew it was for Jordan. And
Hmm.
why would you eat a pizza knowing you got game 5 tomorrow, and they, they probably did whatever on that damn
And it
pizza.
was not in Chicago. It wasn't in Chicago,
It
so of
was in
course
Utah.
it was
It was in
like
Utah.
let me piss and pee, the same thing. Poop, all the things.
Yeah, yeah.
Ejaculate, all
It
of
was,
that on the
yeah,
pizza.
yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah. So just glad that wasn't worse than what it was. And we got to see the real MJ. We got to see him in his prime. We got to
Right.
see it. We got to see it in real time. Okay. I'm a tea drinker. I've heartbeats, my family, everybody be trying to get me into coffee. I just can't get into it. So I love tea. I love
Not old
tea.
enough.
No. And
Not old enough.
definitely not with my mom drinking it black all of my life. I'm
Just
like,
grown, grown.
black?
Just built
Black
differently.
coffee? Just okay. All right, just be a sipping. All right, are you feeling in? Are you easing? Are you feeling in? Goodness. Are you easing in or already tired?
Oh, I'm easing in.
Okay.
I'm not already tired. These people are not going. These people not gonna kill me. I'm gonna kill them. You know, yeah, like nah, you're not. Because I'll just take some days off. I've learned that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm calling in sick, and then you do the next day. Hey, I'm calling in sick, and then they send you that message saying, "Well, you know, you're gonna have to go to the doctor for the third." Okay, shit. Now I may take 5. I may take the week, but it sounds like a threat. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody earlier. They work for corporate America, and corporate America sent them an email out saying, if you make sure that your 6 days is either for you or your family, don't just take them. You talking about them? You talking about the things I earned? Oh, okay.
Well, all right. Oh, I need you as because our our episode is a conversation anyway. I need you to go. I think I sent it to you, but I need you to go back and revisit the R&B podcast with Tank and Jay Valentine because I don't know. Tank starts singing, well, all right. She really, I said, oh, I knew you were my person.
Not with oh
Oh,
yeah.
it was, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, Tank, you are my person. So
I think I heard he was on the Breakfast Club here recently.
and I think so. Him and Jay, maybe. Yeah, their
Yeah,
podcast
somewhere.
is pretty good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't checked out the R&B podcast. Just some of it. It could be extra sauce. That's what I'm gonna say about the R&B podcast. It can be extra sauce. I mean, if for some people it can be too much. And
Mm.
what I mean by too much is in it's real sultry. Like it reminds me of like the old school. I don't want to say old school R&B, but it reminds me of R&B that could you don't want to listen to that type of music around your mama.
Yes.
They conversation is grown conversation.
Yes. Yes.
I
That's
don't
why I
want to
love
go listen to
it.
this podcast with my mama.
I love
That
it.
type of deal.
That's why, because I've talked about it on this podcast how much I love Tank, and I'm also a fan of Jay Valentine too. So when they decided to do this together, I was like, I like it. I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I just think that you got to be a certain age to
Yeah,
understand
you
it.
do, and I feel like I'm grown,
Yeah, yeah.
grown,
You
grown.
definitely got to be grown. That's officially grown and sexy.
Yes, yes.
That podcast is grown and sexy.
Rain down on me. Okay. I too am easing in because at first I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna come in hot." And I was like, "Ooh, what are you doing?" No, slow it down, sister. Slow down. Okay. And then last one. One word for how you actually feel right now.
Achy.
Mm.
Terrible, 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 terrible. But I do feel a little achy.
Right
Something
now.
about my shoulders.
Right now. Anxious.
Wow. Care to share?
Nope, it's rapid fire.
Gotcha.
All right.
She intentionally did that, y'all. She gave a little leak and then said, "Oh, it's rapid fire," and then went on to the next one. All right.
No, for real. We have the if you know, you know, and I'm trying to be a different person this year. So we are wrapping this thing up. All right. So we want to thank you all for I know there's been some weeks where we didn't have episodes. I've been sick, work, all of that for the both of us, and we just appreciate you all just still rocking with us, hanging in there. And as we are almost a year in of doing the podcast together.
Hey.
I'm just like, what? Like already? We've already this is 29 episodes for us together, which is like crazy. Like we've been doing this. I mean, we talk all day every day anyway, but this has been a beautiful beginning to something that I'm just like I know it's about to just take off. So um, but we just thank you for just rocking with us. Audio, all of that. Audio, not knowing what's really going on with me. Just thank you. So, thank you for listening on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen, just be sure to share this with someone that you know that enjoys stories and just enjoys a little kiki here and there. And then for you all that are watching us on YouTube, hey, you can see our facial expressions and everything. You can even see the color of my nails. So
What
we
color is it today?
it is never too bold,
Never too bold.
never too bold. Yes,
What's that, navy?
it's more of a yeah. It's like a shimmery navy.
I don't know what shimmery mean, but
It's
I
like a little
navy.
glitter.
Okay,
It's like a little
got
glitter shine in there if you, yeah,
got it,
yeah,
got it, got it.
yeah. Um. So yeah. So we appreciate y'all. We are looking forward to next week's episodes. Well, actually, the next 2 weeks episodes because we're gonna be celebrating
Hey, hey, who
birthdays.
birthday? Who birthday? Hi, who birthday? Who
It's
birthday?
my birthday. It's your
Yay!
birthday. It's our birthday. It's our birthday. So be sure to leave us. Oh my goodness, we love getting messages from you all. Whereas if you leave a comment or leave a review, we love those. We love when you engage with us on YouTube. Definitely, we are responding to all of those. Um, let's see what else. Just be sure to just share this podcast with someone that you think would really enjoy it. We'd
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Jeffrey, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Facebook under my name, Jeffrey Jeffrey. Last name Booker Booker, or you can find me on Instagram at Mr. Fantastic World at MrFantasticICWORLD, Mr. Fantastic World.
Alrighty, and I am Ronika Ronnika Williams on Instagram, and I'm Ronika Williams also on Facebook. So until next time, you all, we appreciate you. We'll see you next time. But just remember, if you made it through week 1, you're doing just fine.
Damn right.
See you next time.
We'll holla.